A few days back, OpenAI released their Codex app, which is an AI coding assistant that can write, edit, and understand software code for you, and even build small application from a simple prompt. But it's only available for Mac. If you don't have a Mac like me, there is no way to use it as of now. At the same time, they enabled the web version of Codex for all the ChatGPT users. So I did a detailed exploration and built this mini app. It is basically a thumbnail face swapper which changes the face on the thumbnail with the portrait head we upload. It took me only 10 minutes to build this from a single prompt. So in this video, I am going to show you how I did this setup and build this app. Let's get started. Right now we are on the Codex dashboard. If you go to this link chatgpt.com/codex, you can land on this page. The first thing to do is connect it to our GitHub. Once you log in with the GitHub and give the permission, it is connected with Codex. Once done, here we can see all our GitHub repositories. If you are planning to update your existing code base, you can select the corresponding repository so Codex can read the files and make the changes. Since I'm building a new web app from scratch, let me create a new repository on GitHub. Tap on the plus icon, then new repository. Let's name it as YT thumbnail creator. Then click create repository. It's done. Back to Codex. Let's refresh the page. Now here we can see the newly created repository. Simply select that. We have an option to select the number of simultaneous versions. If you give a prompt to create or edit something, it can create 2, 3 or 4 different types of output, and we can select the output which you find perfect. To keep the things faster for this tutorial, I am simply selecting one. Okay, now let's give the prompt to build the app. If we type it manually, it won't produce great an output. So we have to create a structured prompt first. For that, we are using ChatGPT again. Here I just asked generate a prompt for Codex to create a web app which swaps the face of the uploaded thumbnail with the portrait head uploaded. Also an option to add extra instruction. Use Gemini 3 Pro Image Preview API model. That means we are using the Nano Banana to swap the faces. I prefer Node.js as backend and HTML CSS for frontend. Now click enter and let's wait for the structured prompt. It's done, and here we got the prompt with everything in details. Let's copy the whole thing and simply paste it here. Now click enter. And it created a new environment, and in the task section we can see our request. Let's open it. Currently it's just analyzing our prompt, and this will take around 3 to 5 minutes to complete. So let's wait. It's done, and here we can see all the files it created. The first one is the .env file to store our Gemini API key safely. The next is the package.json, which contains all the packages details to run this app. Then the index.html, which will be the user interface, and script.js and styles.css, which are the supporting files for the user interface. The last one is the server.js, which is the backend which makes the API call and gets the things done. On the left side section, we can see all the commands to run to install this app, and in the preview section there is a screenshot of the UI which looks very basic, so I'm going to rate it 2 out of 10 for the UI it built. But the best part is that we can modify it by giving another prompt. So what I'm going to do is head into dribble.com, which is a platform where designers showcase their creative work and take a design for reference. So here I just searched landing pages and I found this design looks good, the colors and everything. So let me just copy the image and just paste it in the Codex chat box. Now let's say the UI looks so basic, update it to be modern and minimal like the image I attached. Click enter. Now it's going to analyze the attached image and update the UI. It's done, and now the UI has a modern vibe with option to upload the thumbnail, portrait head and extra instructions. Okay, now it's the time to set this up and test it. First we have to upload this code base to GitHub. To do that, click create pull request and it's done. Now if we check our GitHub repo, we can see a new branch and inside it contains all the files Codex created. To test this, I have a VPS server, so let me set it up and I will show you how it works. Okay, I have done the setup and the app is live. Let's test it. I'm selecting a thumbnail, the thumbnail from Mr. Beast's recent video, and for the portrait, I'm uploading one of my images. Here we can add any extra instruction. So let's say keep the lighting natural. Okay, let's click generate thumbnail. Now it starts generating the image which will take around 60 seconds. And it's done. Here is the output. It swapped the face with mine, but the image size is not 16:9, the standard thumbnail size. It came out in a vertical format. That's because of the lack of instructions in the backend, which we can easily update. Also, one missing feature that I found is once we select the thumbnail and the portrait image, there is no option to preview them. So we are going to fix both of those. Head back to Codex and let's say we need the output in 16:9 format. Also, we need an option to preview the images we selected on the home page. Click enter. As of now, in the server.js file, there is only a basic instruction, nothing about the output ratio. Now Codex is going to update that. It's done. Now in the preview screenshot, we have an option to see the selected images. Let's check the server.js file as well, and here it is. It updated the instruction. We can see the final output must be in 16:9 landscape format suitable for YouTube thumbnails. Now we have to update the files on GitHub and also on my server. Let me do that in real quick and I will show you the final look. Okay, I have updated the files. Let's do the final test. Let me select the same thumbnail and now we are able to see the preview. That feature was successfully added. Let's select the portrait. Done. I'm not adding any extra instruction this time, and let's see the output. And here we go. The output is in 16:9 format. The face swapped perfectly, the lighting looks natural and everything else. The text, the building remains the same as the original thumbnail. Let's try another one. I'm selecting this thumbnail and the same portrait head. For instruction, let me add keep the expression serious. Add text at the bottom saying adopted 100 puppies in Mr. Beast style. Click generate and here is the output. It swapped the face and added a serious expression, though that looks a little weird, I think, I don't know. It added the text at the bottom and the puppies look the same as in the original thumbnail, which means the Nano Banana understands our mission. So that's it. I'm really happy with the result from Codex. You can try this too. It's available for all the free and paid ChatGPT users. If you found this video useful, there is some buttons below, like, subscribe, all that. Just hit them. It's absolutely free. See you in the next one.